Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Last time we finished up Sunset Snake Eyes, and in this episode we're going to be moving on to our next area of the game.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti.
So, we're moving on to Haiti, but before we do so, let's watch Murray play a video game, why not? Look at him playing on his portable PlayStation 1. He's even got a little DualShock controller in his hands, which looks way smaller than any of his fingers. That must be a really hard system to play with. Let's go ahead and make our way to our next area of the game.
A way to get us to Haiti.
The third member of the Fiendish Five was the infamous voodoo priestess, Ms. Ruby. Born into a family of mystics, other children found her scary. Teaching herself to summon the undead provided what few friends she had. A career in crime allowed an adult Ms. Ruby to punish the world for fearing her as a child. Chief mystic for the Fiendish Five, her powers allowed them to break both the laws of man and nature at the same time. Yet despite the whirlwind success of her youth, she managed to slip into obscurity. Last known sightings claim she headed out of civilization and deep into the Haitian jungle.
So, compared to the last guy we just came off of, Mugshot, Miss Ruby here kind of has a little bit of a sad upcoming as a child, but at the same time, it's more or less just because she's that kind of person you don't really want to deal with, so you can understand why she's evil in this regard.
Sorry, Sly, but this is one mission you will have to accomplish without me.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
Sure I do. My scanners have picked up verifiable paranormal activity. But that's not the problem. This swamp is oozing with disgusting mold and bacteria.
Suck it up, Bentley. We got work to do.
All right, then. Don't forget to use the new move you learned from Mugshot's section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the raccoon rail walk?
The roots and vines around here are perfect for that. All you gotta do is
jump and hit the circle button.
especially where you see the bark has been worn away, and where it's super slick from icky slime and moss, you'll rail slide like a skater grinding pipe.
I'm liking it.
So the whole reason why Bentley doesn't really want to help too much in this area is just because of germs. Man, what a reason not to get your hands dirty. Literally. He just does not like all this stuff here in the swamp. He's pretty much a germaphobe, as you can already tell by that commentary. Bentley, you can still easily help us. You just have to stay in the van. That's about it. Don't actually have to get into the swamp area. Let Sly do all the dirty work. But it's more or less just flavor text. He still helps you just as much as normal. It's just a nice little character development with him here. But this world in particular, since we're in a swamp, there's a lot of water around us. It makes a lot of sense. So, since we have that one ability that we got actually in Mugshot's territory, where now we can easily just jump into water and we won't lose a lucky charm, that'll make this area a lot easier to traverse, because now, if you fall in the water here, it's not really going to be too big of a deal. So I always like coming into this world with this upgrade, just because of the fact that there will be some times where it might actually be easier if you think you're going to fail a jump. Try to aim for the water if you can, because you won't be taking any damage from it now. So aim for the water, and then when you get into the water, you're immediately put back the last solid piece of land that you were standing on. So here, for example, on this very top platform, I can easily jump into the water right now, and it'll fling me all the way back up here, which would be a good thing if I feel like I'm going to miss a jump, and I just want to get back to where I started. So that way, I save myself on some backtracking. So let's just grab these clues here, and turn on fast, because this segment here, I just want to have it ready to go, so to make things easy. As you've already seen, we got to use our little rail grinding ability, which is a nice new ability for Sly. It's kind of like an extension to what he learned from Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus, except now it's more expanded upon, basically. You can easily grind rails, which is very similar to Sonic, so another Sonic comparison for Sly Cooper. And it's just a very useful thing to do in general.
That's Miss Ruby's lair. To get in, you'll leave that key on top of a tiki pedestal in the guard compound. There's a bad mojo force field protecting it, so you'll have to destroy all 5 of the purple candles surrounding it.
No problem.
Don't get cocky or you'll end up with your head shrunk to the size of a pea. You've got to get past those voodoo guards, and I'm warning you, they're mean and they work like a team.
So do we, buddy.
We really don't have to worry about these guys here, especially with decoy. I'm gonna actually use this thing quite a lot around here just to get these guys' attention, and then I can just blindside them. So unfortunately though, they have really good homing shots. They're very wide, but I got 2 charms. I don't really feel bad for burning one of my charms here. Really, I didn't know these guys were still around the corner. You're really not supposed to tank all those hits like I did, but just to get through there a little bit faster, it just made more sense for me to do that. So why not, right? It's not the safe thing to do, and only something I can recommend doing if you have 2 lucky charms, which I did.
You've done it! The mojo force field is down, and you can steal the key!
So I could take this key, or I can grab this last clue and unlock the vault, which is more important to me. So let's get the vault open first and then grab our key.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. If I did my math right, and I always do my math right, then the combination has got to be 588.
That doesn't seem like too hard of math. 2 of the numbers in the combination the exact same, so there you go. 588. Let's go ahead and see what's in our first vault here in World 3.
Electrified! Kelly McCooper's notes on how to harness the electromagnetic field created by a rolling raccoon. Now your raccoon roll move will really pack a punch. Plus, it should give you a nice tingling sensation.
So our roll move has been outfitted with electrical barrier. This might sound like it'll do a lot, but to be honest, I don't really see too much of a use for this. Honestly, the only real use I have is what we just did there, where it's good for breaking small little objects now. So if you want to just break some objects which are rolled just to get some coins a little bit easier, then sure, this is a nice little upgrade, but doesn't really do anything for enemies. So it might sound useful, but honestly, not really. It's just a nice little flair. But now with the key, let's actually make our way deeper into the hideout. So this is the swamp's dark center, and as you can tell, just by that title alone, they weren't kidding. This place has some pretty bad voodoo magic going around here.
My paranormal scanner is maxing out on that structure.
A reading like that could only be coming off Ms. Ruby herself.
I think you're right, Sly. If you want to crack at Ms. Ruby, you're going to have to find a way inside that skull temple.
So now we gotta make our way to Miss Ruby like always. We gotta grab more keys. So as we slide down here, we get to see some levels just right here in the very beginning.
Wake up, you lazy bags of swamp gas! The voodoo vibe is thick tonight. Let's take advantage of this powerful mojo and step up production. Keep piling those shiny bones into the soup. We'll have an army of ghosts by morning and take over Mexico by the end of the week. Hear that?
Ah, well that's all I'm gonna let you say, because that's all we really need to hear. She's collecting bones just to take over Mexico. Wow, what a way to take over a country.
What's with this industrial strength voodoo gate? Ms. Ruby must really be trying to keep something out.
Or maybe she's trying to keep something in.
Yeah, I agree with Sly. This really doesn't look like a case of trying to keep someone out. So, who knows what's lurking in this area? We'll have to just go in here and see for ourselves. We have no choice. That's where the key is. So, walking up these little tiny platforms, I always like using fast just to make things a little bit easier. You gotta swing your king around, so if you want to use fast and swing your cane, it's kind of a mess to hold the controller. You gotta do that claw grip that everyone talks about, where you're pretty much holding the control in such an awkward way. I'm pretty much using my index finger to hold down the triangle button. And of course I missed one of the clues. In fact, I missed another one, but it's not too big of a deal. I gotta turn around here anyways. I don't like getting these clues. These ones are kind of a pain because they're very easy to miss. Even when you're swinging your cane constantly, you can still miss those clues extremely easily. I don't like them. They're in a bad place for me, personally. Let's just whack all these candles, get our way up here quicker. And there you go. So now, let's just swing around. And this segment here is actually pretty interesting. I'm going to completely skip this platform and phase through a spider. I don't get how that works. I think it's the fact that I'm going through so fast and I'm not close enough to the spider's hitbox. It's just weird.
These walls are making me claustrophobic. Whoa! Did you see those reeds move? There's something huge under there. You better get going.
Someone's spooked. And he's not even here. He's just really scared for Sly's sake. So who knows what Bentley's seeing? I didn't see any bushes move, so we'll just have to continue playing and just see what's out there. If there is even anything out there. We just have that nice like horror vibe going on with this level, that's for sure. With this world in particular. That's pretty much what they're going to try to do here, just because this is the level with voodoo magic. So, or I keep on saying level, this world. So, Miss Ruby's voodoo magic is just going to be themed throughout every single level you play, which is a given for her entire hub to begin with. So this is the thing that was locked in this area. It's a giant snake. And yeah, you gotta keep on moving here, so don't stop. Which is really a pain when there's clues scattered all throughout this segment. So you have to constantly move, but you still have to stop every once in a while just to whack one of these clues. So having her ability to not lose a lucky charm in the water makes this segment so much easier, because when you get hit by water in this segment, it bounces you so far ahead to a point where you actually start outrunning the snake a little bit. And it just makes this segment a whole lot easier if you fall in the water. But yeah, that was it. That was the level. The ending chase there isn't really too bad if you fall in the water, actually. Damage boosting really helps.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I had to overcome some personal demons to get the answer to this one. Try 444.
That was a missed opportunity. Some personal demons could easily give us a 666 code. I don't know what 444 means for you, Bentley, but I guess 444 is your devil's number.
Ah, a more modern entry. Bruce O'Coop's computer hacking technique. Using the data on this page, I should be able to tap the duty roster in each hideout and project guard information into your binocucom.
So basically what this upgrade does for you is it gives you an encyclopedia of pretty much every enemy in the game now. So as long as you point your binocucom to an enemy, you'll get his name and a short little description, which is a nice little bonus, but I don't really use it too much. What I do like doing here, however, is diving into the water with your key, because I always love just sinking into the water there. It just looks so goofy. I love it. So here we're going to get a good use out of that binocucom. So over here there should be an enemy. So if I take out my binocucom, we can read what this guy is. So this is a Mojo Dupree. And he enjoys golf. Doesn't look like the golfing type to me. But hey, that's what he does. So that's pretty much all that upgrade does. It looks like it could probably do more, but it doesn't really reveal any weaknesses for enemies. But to be fair, you don't really need to, because every single enemy can just be killed with one shot.
Sly, the only way to open up that voodoo gate is by lighting all 25 tiki torches with the flamethrower on your swamp skiff. Use the left analog stick to steer and press the X button to fire the flamethrower. Oh, and one more thing. You need fuel from the flamethrower, and the only source of oil are those piranha you see swimming around. Run them down with a boat. One fish fuels one shot. Hurry, you only have 2 minutes to get all the torches lit.
So this is a different little mini game. We're actually running over fish to get fuel. That doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's what we're doing. These piranhas apparently have enough oil in their body to give us some firing power to our flamethrower. It's a video game. Can't really explain too much outside of that. But this mission can be pretty simplistic or really difficult. Really depends on these fish. Right now, these fish are giving me a really hard time. I did a practice run of this before I started to record, and I had a lot of fishes group themselves together. So basically, all I need to do is just drive around, and I'll get like 4 fish in one run. which would help me get a lot of torches. This time is a little mixed because they're a little more spread out. So what the fish do is when you get close to them, their AI just tells them to speed up. So whenever you get close to a fish, it'll become harder and harder to run over. But that's why you pretty much have to chase down a group of fish at once. And that's how you get more ammo for your fire. And you gotta constantly refill because 5 shots for 25 torches, not even close to enough ammo. So this is a lot of fish. Let me just get all these fish. There you go. I'll make things a lot easier. So turn around, hit the flamethrower. Flamethrower can be a little weird, to be honest. It has a little bit of a cooldown period when you shoot it, so you can't just press the button again immediately and the flamethrower will work. You gotta wait a moment. So you gotta remember that, but at the same time, the fuel is the most important thing to really remember with this flamethrower. Alright, so I just need one more torch. Now I gotta see, which one did I miss? That's always the hard part, and I think I see it. So if I turn around... Nope, that was just a piece of wood. This is always the hardest part, trying to find the last torch you didn't light. There it is. Alright, we got it. The timer might seem pretty strict, but as long as you're constantly hitting torches and remember where the ones you didn't hit are, then you should be good to go. So it can be a little nerve-wracking your first playthrough, that's for sure. But we got our key, so we're good to go. And I think on that note, I'm actually going to go ahead and end the episode here. Next time on Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, we'll get our last key here in the first portion of Miss Ruby's hideout, and continue on from there. I'll see you guys next time.